right, coming up next, it's a UFC lightweight division bout. Well, this young man is a really accomplished submission specialist, and sometimes fighters get offended when you call them a specialist, but most people know what he's trying to do in there, and to this point, no one's really been able to stop him.
John, he will try to pull guard. Who
Yeah.
pulls guard anymore in the UFC at this point? But he understands that for him to be successful, the fight has to be in the grappling, in the jiu-jitsu. If he's able to extend these jiu-jitsu exchanges, he is the guy that is generally going to win. He understands position. He understands going from point A to point B. He always is the one controlling the underhook. Always has the frame. Just a knowledge of jiu-jitsu that not many people can match.
And you can be sure as he makes this walk tonight, he's thinking about just how quickly he can get this fight to the ground and utilize those aforementioned high-level submission skills. All right, so here he is, one of the more prolific takedown artists in the UFC at present. And when you get some praise from Daniel Cormier when it comes to your offensive takedown game, you know you're doing something right.
And you talk about wrestlers and judo players and grapplers, but this guy just combines all of that. He is able to use foot sweeps from the grappling game. He is able to use throws from judo, and he's able to use wrestling from the wrestling game to take people down. He has an array of takedowns at his disposal, and he uses every single one of them. From the speed of the level change to the timing to the knowledge of where to go next when the guy starts to defend, he's truly something special.
I don't think he could take you down, but tonight he doesn't have to. So
He does not
in
have
this
to.
matchup, prevailing wisdom is he'll be able to get this fight to the canvas. And now our tale of the tape, this lightweight fight. He is 5 years the elder. He is 1 inch taller. The reach is the same. Now for the official introductions, here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC lightweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a jiu-jitsu fighter holding a professional 19 wins, 4 losses, and 1 draw. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall, weighing in at 155 pounds. Fighting out of Yorba Linda, California, USA, Beneil Dariush. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, a mixed martial artist holding a professional record of 11 wins, 3 losses. He stands 5 feet 9 inches tall, weighing in at 155 pounds. Alexander the Great Hernandez! And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Yves Lavigne.
The veteran Yves Lavigne draws the assignment here.
You ready?
All right, so the fight is now underway. We'll see how long it goes. You've got a submission specialist on one side, and on the other side, maybe the most well-rounded fighter in this division.
Yeah, he is one of the best fighters in the entire UFC. But in front of him, he has one of the most dangerous fighters across all divisions in the octagon, because that one skill he has is so good that you're in danger the entire time.
Unable to land with that punch. Well, perhaps a sign of things to come as he lands a kick there.
Nice kick landed by this gentleman.
Now connects with a right.
Look at him drive his shin into his opponent's body with that body kick.
Stuffs that takedown attempt without issue.
Big kick lands.
Try to establish that jab. All right, so he finally gets the takedown here. He kept on trying, stayed committed. He told us before the fight, at some point, I'm gonna be able to take him down, and that's exactly the way it played out. Oh, nicely done there as he escapes back to his feet.
Yeah, he's in half guard here.
Dariush has got the full mount. Oh, man, this ground and pound is good. Probably my favorite striking realm in MMA, and he's as good as it gets.
The problem is his opponent is not controlling his posture. He's allowing his opponent to get up, and when he does, he creates this space to land these beautiful ground and pound combinations. Oh, wow, oh!
All right, so inside the open guard of his opponent. You got to be careful playing around for too long here on the ground with this guy. He's getting the ground and pound going pretty good here early. Man, this is a pound here, DC. He's not just staying busy for the sake of staying busy. These strikes are doing damage.
Oh, yeah, no pity pat to this guy. This guy's trying to land, and he's trying to land effective strikes. Now the guy's got armbar. He's attacking it on him. Gotta be careful, armbar.
Nicely done. Back mount now. Ground and pound strike there now.
He's putting him in exactly the positions he needs in right now. He's able to relax here. And he understands, being a veteran of so many fights, that as long as he's on top, he's winning. He feels like he's winning here.
All right, good movement by him here on the ground. He really is a master of these transitions.
He is a master of movement on the ground. You never know
Attempting a
where he's
choke
going to
now.
be. Oh, nice.
Then he's out. Well, anytime you are in a ground fighting situation with this fighter, you're potentially playing with fire. All right, he's very comfortable fighting off his back, DC. Now looks like he's trying to hip escape.
Yeah, he's trying to hip escape or maybe look for a Kimura here.
90 seconds now to go in the round. All right, he's got the full mount now. Is this one of the most dominant positions in MMA? Is that fair to say?
It's a very dominant position. It's one of the most ideal positions you can get to.
Oh, now trying to isolate an arm, DC.
He needs to move his hips back to cover. He cannot allow him on that angle. Attacking armbar.
And he's out. Bottom fighter trying to control posture, unable to do so.
And now he's in a lot of danger. He's got to grab that head or he's going to get blasted.
Well, he's got his back now. Thought about a joke, instead flattens him out. And now he's got a lot of options offensively, champ.
Yeah, he's got all the options available to him. He has to get all that hip pressure into his opponent's back and just start raining down ground and pound.
And if you're the bottom fighter, better start intelligently defending yourself.
He's gonna attack armbar here. You gotta recognize that when a guy starts to put his feet on your hips, you gotta move him off, and you gotta cover. You can't be off to an angle. Now he's okay. Now he can escape.
And he landed the right hand there. Round two is next. All right, a lot of tremendous striking action in that last round, DC. I know you don't have a telestrator, but take us through the replay.
I mean, I would love to have my telestrator right now. That was a great display of high-level mixed martial arts striking. Both combatants stood toe-to-toe and let it all hang out.
He is not even setting up those shots. You gotta see those shots coming a mile away. You got to keep your distance.
Next round is underway here, and if you can't stay calm when a fighter is attempting a submission on you, you're gonna get finished.
I mean,
Stay
you're done.
calm.
You're done, John. You're done. If you panic, you're gonna present your neck, you're gonna get some arms. You gotta really stay patient.
Yeah, that's my fighter name, John No Panic. Man.
Oh my goodness. Did you
actually-
just make that up?
It's actually the end.
Be a rapper. You get this stuff together.
That uppercut is good. Oh, big left.
Big punch lands in the middle.
All right, so he's landed some good shots. You hate to be overly critical, but nothing really in terms of combinations tonight.
Well, the jab has been looking great. How about jab, jab, right hand?
Right.
Because eventually you're going to have to put something on your opponent that's going to really make him pause. I believe the jab has been working so well, if he drops a big right hand after it, he may be able to finish his fight.
And they separate. And now he engages in a Muay Thai clinch, and I think a lot of people watching wonder how you can control an opponent like that. Hard to get out of.
A beautiful level change leads to the takedown.
All right, bottom fighter here, maybe looking to hip escape, DC. Side control now, DC. A lot of options at his disposal from here.
Now he's going to try to attack Kimura here.
And this might just be a matter of time. Brilliant in defense there. All right, well, both fighters pretty comfortable on the ground, DC, but you got to be very careful hanging out here for too long if you're his opponent. Close guard. Oh, he's got the ground and pound going now. Well, not ideal to spend this much time on the bottom, but you can't fault him for his activity. Landing strikes here from the bottom. Nice work by Dariush. All right, working on the ground here. His opponent's feet on the hips. Under 3 minutes now to go in the round. Well, you know I don't like the gi very much, but I have an appreciation and a healthy one for these type of transitions.
You can tell he's been in the gi at some point in his life with the way that he moves so freely.
I'm skipping jiu-jitsu next week, too. Oh, looks like he's transitioned to an armbar.
You cannot stay in the guard of these great jiu-jitsu guys. He's attacking armbar now.
Continuing to try to manipulate the head here.
Oh, man, that was slick.
Dariush gets up, back on the feet here. He's really picked up the pace here in round 2. Much more aggressive now here and starting to find himself in the pocket. Lands the right hand. And they separate. Oh, and there's the double leg takedown, DC. That is just too good, too easy.
Too good, too easy. The timing, now he's attacking the triangle.
Triangle looks pretty tight, DC. I'm no Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt, but maybe not good here.
No, it looks like it's getting in deep.
Well, this is some serious pressure from the top by Dariush.
Ooh-wee, what a right hand by this young man.
Oh, and he escapes up to his feet. Very nice. And he connects there, DC.
Great job landing that punch.
Single collar tie now. Hard shots landing on both sides here. Well, one got through. That kick was blocked. Missed with that attempt. Oh, beautiful straight right hand. Effective strike there by Dariush. Oh, he lands another strike to the body, really starting to connect on a lot of shots to the midsection, and these will take their toll. That is as big a strike as he has landed thus far.
Big, massive shot lands. Look at how tough his opponent is, though. Still standing, still in their fight.
Oh, nice jab by Dariush.
Take it down, cover. Take it down, cover. Over and over, he secured this takedown.
While we look back at some of the replays from that previous round, DC, a lot of good action for fight fans over those 5 minutes.
I mean, high pace, high intensity, all action first round. Both landed multiple strikes. What a great round of fighting.
Now listen, we are losing this fight. I need you to dig down and get going this round. Everything we do.
Are you ready? Are you ready?
Third round underway. Well, just as he did in the previous round, continuing to land a high number of strikes here, and he hasn't really showed any signs of slowing down, scary proposition for the opponent. All right, single collar tie now. Oh! Big shots exchanged in the pocket there. Looking for the takedown, he gets it. Dariush's got a pretty deep bruise now starting to appear on the right side of his body. Is going for the arm here.
Now he falls back into the finishing position.
Side control now, and certainly I would think more offensive options for the bottom fighter than in the half guard.
Absolutely more offensive options, because now you can just start to get away. You can just go to a wrestler stand-up. Get to your knees, post your hands, don't allow him to get his hooks in, right? Really be aware of the hooks. Up, fight the hands, break away and escape. But it's so much more free-flowing than a half guard in the side control, because all you need to do is just get the opponent's body up, because his legs are just free to move. His legs are not controlling anything. His legs are just free, so you have more freedom to use yours.
Good work from the top here by Dariush.
Now the guy's got armbar, he's attacking it on him. Attacking armbar.
Got that. Finish strong. Let's go.
Then he's out. All right, so you got to be careful playing on the ground with this guy. You don't want to mess around for too long. Man, how fun is this to watch as he continues to dole out damage with the ground and pound.
Take it back to the days of guys like Mark Coleman, just beating people up in the ground and pound. This guy is a throwback.
Trying to pin his opponent's back down flat onto the mat. Look from the transition to an arm triangle to try to chase the finish. Watch triangle, watch triangle.
And he's out. With 2 minutes and change to go in round 3. Lands the grounded pound strike here. All right, great position for him here. He's got the full mount. See if he can get that ground and pound going.
Oh, he's got to get it going, but he can't rush. A lot of times, guys get in the full mount and they rush, they get nervous. They're like, oh my goodness, I'm winning. Reality is, you're winning, but it can change in a matter of seconds, because then they can be gone. He's got to drop his hips, be really heavy at the opponent's base, and then just start to work. Make the opponent give his back so he can try to get his chokes off, or find great ground and pound, but very patient ground and pound from such a dominant position.
Oh, these are some serious punches from the top here. He's continuing to maintain good posture and making these strikes count.
He's doing a really good job of watching for the upkicks, making his punches count while not putting himself in danger.
Half guard here, making these shots count. All right, so inside the open guard of his opponent. You got to be careful playing around for too long here on the ground with this guy. All right, he's trying to control posture here. Now trying to hip escape.
He's just trying to move out of this position off the bottom.
Well, there are few things more fun to watch in mixed martial arts than these type of transitions and scrambles on the ground.
High-level grappling can really be entertaining.
I mean, how many can he take? Oh, now trying to isolate an arm, DC.
He needs to move his hips back to cover. He cannot allow him on that angle. Gotta be careful, armbar. You gotta recognize that when a guy starts to put his feet on your hips, you gotta move him off, and you gotta cover. You can't be off to an angle.
Oh, now he's in trouble.
Not tapping out tonight. All right, right into side control. Upper body strength figures to be put to good use here.
Yes, absolutely. And you got to look for his opponent to turn back into him. He should chase guillotine, but the opponent turns to the opposite side. He can take his back, throw his hooks in, try to choke, or flatten him out and just go for the finish.
All right, so a close fight goes the distance here tonight, DC. I know you're not a judge, but any lean to one fighter or the other?
I mean, when I watched the fight, I believe that he did enough. But when these fights are this close, it's razor thin. You don't know what the judges are seeing enough. I think it was the striking advantage that he showed that should get him the victory, but we shall see.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. For the winner by split decision,
All right, so there it is. 2 of the 3 judges saw it his way. He gets it done by split decision. You've never won a split decision in your career.
Oh, I've won a split decision. Alexander Gustafsson and I went to a split decision. Right after the first scorecard was read in his way, oh my goodness, it's over. So I understand exactly what these 2 guys are feeling when they went to the center of the octagon.
Coming up next, we get to this UFC middleweight division fight. Well, this guy has truly made the takedown a thing of beauty in mixed martial arts. With respect to yourself and George St. Pierre and the truly great takedown artists, this guy's closing the gap and entering that company in the eyes of many.
Oh, absolutely, because he's done such a great job of timing takedowns. I haven't seen anyone so good at slipping a jab into a takedown since George St. Pierre.
Right.
He does a phenomenal job of getting from step 1 to step 2 before his opponent even realizes, now he's in on my leg. And if they do get their hips back, immediately he's up into a foot sweep or a headlock or an inside trip. It's just so many different ways for him to get you to the floor that he will throw every single one at you every single time.
And a lot of fighters talk about that wrestling maintenance and how hard it is, right, over the course of a career to continue to drill those things. He talks a lot about that, and that's why he's continued to realize success here in the UFC. All right, so another big spot for this high-level wrestler here tonight, and the opposition knows what's coming, but more see they've been unable to stop.
It's because since a little boy, he spent his life on the wrestling mats. And even though you start to prepare for it late, you cannot match his ability to train, his ability to focus. The idea that once he gets a hold of you, it only ends with him in top position. It does not matter if he has to get a high crotch. It does not matter if he needs to get a single leg or a double leg. The purpose is to get you to the floor, and he has been trained his entire life to do just that.
Yeah, you put it well. He's got a lot of throws and takedowns and trips in his arsenal, and he'll try to put them to good use in this matchup here tonight. Our tail of the tape for this middleweight fight. So a more than 5-year gap between these 2 fighters when it comes to the age, with similar height and the same reach. All right, now with the official introductions, we go inside the octagon of Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC middleweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a mixed martial artist holding a professional record of 11 wins, 1 loss. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall, weighing in at 185 pounds. Edmund, the Golden Boy, Shabazian. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red, a Greco-Roman wrestler holding a professional record of 22 wins, 4 losses. He stands 5 feet 9 inches tall, weighing in at 185 pounds. Chris Jotto! And when the action begins, the referee in charge, Herb Dean.
All right, Herb Dean, 3rd man in the octagon for this one.
Ready.
Well, these guys have been on each other's radars for quite some time. Tonight, done. Both guys well-rounded. You think we're getting a kickboxing match tonight or what?
No, right? You don't know who's going to be able to employ their strategy the way that they need to. This is a close fight on paper, and also in every performance we have seen them put on, these guys seem to be the mirror image of each other. Right hand punch to the clinch.
Well, perhaps a sign of things to come as he lands a kick there.
Nice kick landed by this gentleman.
Archer, there's the early takedown. Pretty evident, DC, that he wants to get this fight to the ground, and he was certainly able to do so there.
He felt like he had a massive advantage in the rest. He got his foot on the hip, and now he's throwing up a triangle attempt. He's going to try to move his left arm across to get pressure on the choke.
Now he's okay. Now he can escape.
All right, full guard here, DC. We'll see how soon he tries to pass.
Well, he needs to be passing immediately. In the full guard is where you are in most danger as a top fighter because they have all of their submissions.
Right.
They have the guillotine, they have the armbar, they have the kimuras, they have all their locks when they're in the full guard. So if you pass, you really do limit the danger that you're in from the top position.
Well, hard to win fights in mixed martial arts from the bottom, but nice work here in that position by John. All right, working out of side control here. His opponent trying to control posture, but you got to be careful here. Man, isn't it fun to watch this dude work on the mat?
He's unbelievable how fluid he is in his motions on the mat.
Well, he continues to manhandle him here on the ground. Now
Now he'll start attacking a rear naked choke from the top position.
nicely done. Working off of his back here. Looks like he may try to hip escape. Close guard. Pretty good work with the strikes here off of his back by Jocko. Well, anytime you are in a ground fighting situation with this fighter, you're potentially playing with fire. All right, so pretty good damage here with the ground and pound. Nothing superficial about these strikes. They are intending to harm.
Oh yeah, he's landing very accurately, and he's landing to get damage on.
Oh, the ground and pound strikes continue to rain down. The opponent better move out of harm's way. He's going to stop this.
He better start to move, and when his opponent starts to posture, he needs to put his feet on the hip, push him away to try to escape this very, very dangerous position. Oh man, that was slick. Now he's gonna attack the triangle choke here. Watch triangle, watch triangle.
Crazy accuracy and efficiency with these ground and pound strikes here. And if you're the opponent, you got to intelligently defend or the referee's going to stop the fight.
Got to defend, but you can see him now starting to gain posture, and the intensity at which he's throwing these ground strikes is starting to improve. It's starting to elevate because he knows that he can get the finish.
All right, he's very comfortable fighting off his back, DC. Now looks like he's trying to hip escape.
Yeah, he's trying to hip escape or maybe look for a Kimura here.
A lot of top pressure being applied here. Oh, he's got him in a crucifix now, DC. We've seen you go to this a couple times, no?
This is one of my favorite techniques. I got Volkan Ozdemir here. Oh, you get submissions. He throws the legs up to try to get a triangle choke here. Watch triangle, watch triangle.
And he's out.
On the step for step, he's staying with his opponent in every transition.
Seconds to go. All right, looks like he's got a couple hooks in here, DC, and defensively, you better be careful. All right, well, both fighters pretty comfortable on the ground, DC, but you got to be very careful hanging out here for too long if you're his opponent. All right, let's take a look back at some of the replays from that last round.
Unbelievable to see these high-level competitors get in each other's face, tuck their chin, bite down on the mouth guard, let it all hang out over the course of 5 minutes.
Lost that round, but we're going to go back out and we're going to win this with striking, okay? Don't think about resting.
You ready to fight? Ready.
Round 2 here.
Big powerful punch lands. Now we get back to range.
He blocked the punch. Spinning fist. Didn't see that one coming. And they separate. Throwing that jab now again. The fighter evades.
He has a commitment to kicking tonight, and it shows. Look at the control of the posture as that big knee lands.
Takedown defense holds up. Battle for position here. Oh, and there's a takedown attempt, DC. Not a great one. Might as well tell your opponent you're shooting, huh?
Yeah, he's your best friend. Tell him that you want to take him to his back and watch him defend and then beat you up with the fight stand.
Oh, huge! Jocko gets caught with that punch. Glancing right hand lands upstairs. Pretty good right hand. Continues to mix it up. DC, he is hooked.
What a beautiful uppercut. It landed beautifully. Perfect placement on that shot.
Oh!
Ah, that jab hurt him.
Now goes in and secures the takedown. All right, dominant position for him here. Full mount. If you're the bottom fighter, better start moving those. Oh, looks like he's transitioning to an armbar.
You cannot stay in the guard of these great jiu-jitsu guys.
Now he's okay. Now he can escape.
Well, he's got his back now. I love watching this guy move on the ground. Another nice transition there.
Such a high-level grappler. You don't see that very often.
All right, so you got to be careful playing on the ground with this guy. You don't want to mess around for too long. All right, north-south position. Now we'll see who transitions first. Volume strikes continue to rain down. His opponent pretty helpless there on the ground.
His opponent is helpless. He's been hurt, he's been battered, he's been beat, and now this guy's just trying to find the right time to land the strike that ends the fight.
He's going to start looking to try to attack a rear naked choke. Exactly what he's doing.
Nicely done. Well, you see all the grappling repetitions here. Just beautiful movement, seamless transitions on them.
Over and over, these guys are doing things that you see in every jiu-jitsu gym around the country.
All right, we'll see if he can apply pressure inside his opponent's guard here, DC. Good, solid strike on the ground. All right, side control now. We'll see if he can advance position. Well, you got to stay busy on the bottom. He's doing it here. Nice. Beautiful movement, hip work on the ground here, just outstanding with the transition.
He is not staying in one place on the ground, and that's very important.
All right, good movement by him here on the ground. He really is a...
Now he's chasing the triangle.
And this could be trouble here. Looks like it's pretty tight. He's trying to work his head out of harm's way.
It might be over.
Watch triangle, watch triangle.
Oh, man, that was slick.
All right, he's got side control here, DC. You know, he's got a lot of different submissions in his arsenal once this fight gets to the ground. Lands the ground and pound strike. All right, side control now. Oh, he keeps attacking that left eye. Now it's starting to close. Pretty good work with the ground and pound here by Jocko. Well, you know, I don't like the gi very much, but I have an appreciation and a healthy one for these type of transitions.
You can tell he's been in a gi at some point in his life with the way that he moves so freely.
I'm skipping jiu-jitsu next week, too.
Now, the guy's attacking the triangle. He finds himself in trouble because he got a little bit lazy in the full guard.
Oh, You see, he was nearly caught in a submission there right at the end of the round. Saved by the bell. So back to the stool. Mentally probably not in a great place here. We'll see if he can recover and get himself back into this fight. All right, so let us now check out some of the action in that round, DC. There was a whole lot of it, including a stunner upstairs that nearly closed the show.
It was a lot of action. It was back and forth action, but the big moment was that big strike to the head that landed, that put him on wobbly legs, and in survival mode, luckily he made it to the end of that round.
Jab is beautiful. Keep that in his face.
All right, here we go. Our next round is underway. And how about the submission defense on that young man in the previous round?
He's sold in all areas of mixed martial arts. Now was on full display as he defended a real deep submission attempt. Nice head kick.
Oh, single collar tie here.
Big punch land over the top. How's he gonna follow this one?
Ooh. Oh, straight right.
That one was thrown to end the fight.
Yep. His head still attached to his body.
The last time I saw an uppercut like that, it was Overeem versus Ngannou, and you know they still haven't found Alice Overeem's head.
Right punches there. Starting to do some really significant damage to the body here. Another strike lands there. Well, as my favorite rap group Onyx would say, stick and move, right? Beautiful slip off the center line there.
Yeah, what a great job of moving his head. It doesn't take much to avoid a punch.
Oh, stuffs that without issue.
Lands a switch knee.
Muay Thai plump. All right, so a high amplitude double leg takedown there. Now we'll see what he can do with it to try to advance position on the ground.
You knew that he was going to attack the double because he's such an explosive guy. He got it on the hips, finished the shot very quickly. Fantastic job.
All right, bottom fighter here, maybe looking to hip escape, DC.
He jumps on a headlock. We call this in wrestling just a headlock. And if you're not careful, you can get stuck in an arm triangle.
Watch triangle, watch triangle.
Oh, nice job here staying busy off of his back. Nice offense. Less than 3 minutes to go in this third and final round. Side control now. All right, dominant position here. He's got the full mount. A lot of different ways he can go here. Maybe try to find an arm bar or just get the ground and pound.
He can attack submission, but don't.
Oh, now trying to isolate an arm, DC.
He needs to move his hips back to cover. He cannot allow him on that angle. Attacking arm bar.
Continuing to try to manipulate the head here. And he's out. Oh, nice work from the bottom. Tags him with the punch. Able to land the single ground strike there. Under 2 minutes remain in the fight. Close guard. Oh, nicely done there as he escapes back to his feet. And that one was heavy. Oh, big knee there. Now goes in and secures the takedown. Ooh, all right, he's got the full mount now, DC, and he has proven to be a hard guy to buck off from this position.
Oh, because he's so heavy. Keeps his weight down. He really does grind.
Now he's attacking the triangle.
Triangle looks pretty tight, DC. I'm no Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt, but maybe not good here.
No, it looks like it's getting in deep.
Watch triangle, watch triangle.
And he's out. Side control now, DC. A lot of options at his disposal from here. All right, a good ground and pound by him here, certainly staying busy, and not just busy, but effective.
You can just throw punches to keep the referee off of you. This guy is throwing punches to to be effective, to throw damaging strikes. He's doing a fantastic job.
30 seconds now to go in the fight. As usual, suffocating work from the top here by Jocko.
He's putting him in exactly the positions he needs to be in right now. He's able to relax here. And he understands, being a veteran of so many fights, that as long as he's on top, he's winning. He feels like he's winning here.
All right, side control now. We'll see if he can advance position. All right, so inside the open guard of his opponent. You got to be careful playing around for too long here on the ground with this guy. All right, let's get you some highlights now as this one goes the distance, DC, and a lot to like in terms of his takedown game. Really took it to that requisite next level here tonight.
He took it to the next level. He's a guy who knows what's coming. You know that you have to defend the wrestling. But even if you're trying to prepare for it, you never are in the training room with anyone that is just like him. And when you come into contact with him, you understand the difference in training opposed to being there with him. He put the grind on this guy, and he got a convincing victory.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for decision. All 3 judges scored this contest 29-27. Declaring the winner by unanimous decision, Edmund the Golden Boy Shabazian.
Well, he did not get the finish that he certainly prioritized when we sat down with him at our fighter meeting, but it was done by unanimous decision.
And he said he wanted to finish. But sometimes your opponent's not willing to play the game. In those instances, all you can do is control what you can control, and that's fight to the best of your ability. He did exactly that tonight.
You heard of these lads, the myth, how we made a grip, never broke.